All right. Kevin and I are here. Kevin's here. Yeah,
Yep.
it's always fun to play with a friend. So that way we can go over our notes. And he's already played a bunch of times today, so he's schooling me. That's the whole deal about it. Is if you want to get to the top, you got to be humble about it. No egos. I don't think we've ever had any like ego issues with anybody in our clan or any of that stuff. Like nobody's gotten some big stuff.
No.
We don't play that game. That's a whole different game. All right, hole number one. What is hole number one? Hole number one is Juniper Point. Hole number 8. Do you have the holes so you can look at them?
I have. Yeah, I'm on the ready. I'm on the play screen.
All right, so I'm using an extra mile.
I know what we're doing.
I need to make some notes. I'm using an extra mile and a kingmaker. If we have a headwind, I'm going to up this to a in headwind.
Tailwind.
I'm going to up it to a power 4 ball, just so I don't have to do any overpower. And because the way that I'm working this, Kevin, is if I'm going to work max topspin. And that way,
Okay.
and then I can pull back from the red line until max topspin works.
Right. Fair
That
enough.
gives me some distance on my red line that's built into my shot, no matter whether I get headwind or tailwind. I have at least a little bit.
Yeah. My only concern would be that it takes away from your margin for error. Because if you do happen to maybe not pull out enough wind, or you don't end up hitting the rough at the end with all the topspin, you're definitely gone, right? Whereas I'm going to try and set it up so that I believe it's my second bounce is on the rough in front of the green.
No, I mean it's the third bounce. It's the third bounce in front of
Is it the third?
Yep. You get the one bounce.
Well, I'm using Berserker though,
Oh, that might
so
be.
I can get right up to the end of that first fairway.
I got you. Well, if
I
you
think
can
it's
get
about
to
4 topspin or so.
well, you're saying that you're going to start off with a Berserker, a power 5 ball, and you're just in the first fairway before you get to the sand.
Yeah.
You can take that same shot with a power 3 ball. What level extra mile do you have?
7.
You might have to bring out a bigger ball in order to get farther forward.
No, I have to overpower it
Yep.
if you don't use the bigger ball. Plus this account, yeah, it's got enough.
Okay, I'm
My
taking my
first win in
number.
this account was a major, so
I'm taking my number 1 bag and a Kingmaker. Here we go, Kingmaker. Number
Alright.
1 bag on
make
the
sure I'm in
green.
Seattle.
That's the goal.
All right, okay, connected in Seattle.
Okay, we'll start off. Well, we've had a hard time getting hooked up the last couple times, but before that, we were getting hooked up at least half the time. So, how we were getting hooked up half the time was I was letting him get started, and I was giving him a 6-second delay. So we'll see. We'll start with a 5-second delay. Whenever you're ready, bro.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
I win.
No, I already got
You
great.
got somebody already. So we might be on one of those days where we need to go at the same time, because I still haven't gotten anybody. We've tried it where I've gone first and then he's gone after me, but then what happens is I immediately get somebody. It's like they're like, no, we know you two guys.
Yeah, third bounce. You're right.
We know you two guys. Okay, 2.6, I'm going to add on 10%, so that's 2.8. It's 2.1 per ring, so that leaves me 7, so it's a ring and a third. There's a ring. There's a third. Hit it 1 ring great to the right. The second bounce. If the second bounce hits the fairway, I'm good to go. Good to go. And if you hit off on the right and you just barely clear that, you will miss the rough, but it hits the longer part of the green. If you clip the rough, you'll come out right
There's
back up.
one of my brackets, a guy aced this one, and he finished with a 13. And
I've
got a hole in one in this one.
I've come real close, like real close. Not quite swirl the cup close, but I can't believe it didn't get drifted by the cup.
Yeah,
One of the things about pulling it back, if you've got a bigger extra mile,
oh, this guy. Ooh.
is that you can get into a fatter part of the fairway, so you have a better opportunity of hitting a great to the left or the right and still making it over. It's problematic if you hit it great to the left. If you hit it great to the left,
but you still, I still set it up the same way though. Like there's room to go right near to the end of that fairway and still leave yourself most of the red ring either side. Great proof, as I like to say.
Oh, I missed it. I missed the putt. I missed the putt in practice the other day too. But the other day in practice, I was dicking around, and I took it while I was.
You were on the green?
Yeah, I was on the green. But I came in, I hit it great to the right, and I caught the second bounce on the fairway and made it over. If you make it over, it'll clear the rough, but you're in the really long part of the fairway or the green, and so you got room to recover. But I was way away from the pin. It wasn't a max overpower putt. It wasn't that far away from it, but it was one of those putts that you have to hit perfect.
Yeah.
And I didn't hit it perfect.
That's your specialty, though.
Yeah, that's my specialty.
Okay, this hole. I just used 2 backspin.
On hole number 2?
And I just tried. There's a square, like a dark green square, kind of far. I don't know. It's like 5 squares to the right, and then short a bit. I don't know.
Well, hold on a second. Let me. He just took his shot.
I think you can also hit it past the pin, and there's like almost a funnel too that brings it back and down towards it.
All right, this is Juniper Point. Hole number 2 is the hole that Kevin's talking about. So this hole right here. Okay, so first of all, this hole has been redesigned like 70,000 times, so I don't even have like a super game plan.
It's a lot of times.
Yeah, it's been redesigned at least. This is like its 4th iteration, and this iteration has been around for a long time, unless it's changed for this, but I don't think it has. So there is a no move shot on here.
Yeah, there's that.
And the no move shot, I can't remember how much spin it is, but it's like not much. It's like
not much at all.
It's like a half a back or a half a top and a little bit of right, or it's not much at all. It's very little. And then you just adjust out the wind. And the no move starts you way off from the sand. So no matter which way the wind's blowing, you won't have to contend with the sand. Right?
Yeah.
And then there's my personal shot that I like the best, but it only works if the wind isn't, if you don't have to involve the sand, is that shot that's down low, and you put on all of the right-hand side spin, and you try and come at it from the bottom of that hillside, so you don't even use the hill.
Right.
You just
don't
ride
use
it.
the hill at all.
You just ride it right up to the cup. That's my favorite way of coming at it, because that hill can get really tricky because you can be in the right spot, but if your speed's wrong, and you can have the right speed, but if you're in the wrong spot. I'm just going to go play it. Whatever I feel like, if I can, I'm going to try and do the no move, but my tendency is to grab a hold of it real quick and start to move it around, and then it's too damn late. So I'm going to try to do the.
That's why I know it's like what I want to do on this hole is use 2 backspin. So that's the first thing I do. Is a boom as I go and I hit 2 backspin, and then I try and find. I think it's my second bounce. Maybe it's probably my 3rd bounce again, actually, on like a certain square.
And are you doing the no move? Is that what you're doing?
No, I'm two backspin, and then I find my landing spot
Ah.
judged on my third bounce, basically.
And what ball are you using?
Navigator.
All right. I'm gonna bring a nav.
I'm not using any side spin, so. And then I'm just gonna go maximum long Goliath with no extra.
Yeah. See, I don't know where I'm at in my club.
I found that seems to be
If I do the no move.
where I've watched the replay. I seem to be landing where I'm aiming, so I'm just going to go with wherever I am. I don't care. I'm just going to use maximum number, no extra elevation or anything.
Just whatever the max number is. You're just gonna do a 1-for-1 and then see what happens.
Yeah.
All right. I'm ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Come on.
Yeah.
Chico Dunner. What is the name on this one? What is the account name?
Cinco de Dunner.
Cinco de Dunner. Cinco. This is the kind of wind that I like to do the shot down at the bottom. I want to have 2 shots in my bag, just because I like to. I love playing this hole, but I like playing it from the bottom. Could do the no move if I can remember. I'm talking and he's trying to set his shot up. I'm being real quiet for him.
It's all good. Usually that tune's playing anyway.
Get in the hole. Get in the
Was that
hole.
the square? Was that the square? Not even close. That was
All
at
right.
least 1 square too far up.
I can definitely do better than that. Come on.
I would hope so. That was terrible.
Okay, first thing I'm going to switch to a quasar. I like this wind. So it's 3.4. And there is max club up there. So if we do the no move, we're actually probably not in max anymore. Probably more towards mid.
Make sure you're through the hole. Headwind.
Okay, it's 3.74 rings. There's 3.5. There's 3.75. Oh, you fucking dog. But the cool thing on this hole is if you hit it great to the right, you're involved in the hill. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. And I would have won the shootout, but that's a mile and a half off because I hit it great to the right. And I did a 10% adjustment on it, and I still got pushed off that much.
It's almost like a 30 thing.
I'm going to make a big jump on it the next time I play it and see what the deal is. I kind of like the deal on a hole like this is that they have redesigned it, and it's kind of, in some respects it sucks because you got to relearn how to play it, but in some respects it's kind of cool because they keep changing it and you can't. This used to be like that hill when the game first came off. There was a shit ton of hole-in-ones that were made on this hole, a bunch. Yeah. Some of the first par 3s in the game, there was a pretty good 10, 12, 15 of them that were extremely hole-in-oneable. They didn't have funnels, they had troughs.
Yeah.
The holes that we have funnels on now are the holes that used to have troughs, and the holes that used to have funnels, it's hard to get hole-in-ones on those now. All right, hole number 3. Southern Pines, hole number 5. There's another hole in Southern Pines, another par 5 in Southern Pines that I really like. That's hard to get an eagle on. I like those holes that you really have to
Albatross.
struggle to get the eagle. No, this isn't the right hole. Oh,
Par
it's
five.
southern. No, it's.
This is
I
the
was looking.
slice.
I was looking at Juniper Point. It's hole number 5. All right. Now the other day I came here. I think I brought the wrong shit, but I got the right effect. I went right at the tree. I pulled out the wind. I brought a katana and my extra mile, and I clipped the rough and just bled out. And I had a sniper to the cup for a rough bump.
Yeah, I did that the first time today with a
And
rock.
that's really kind of what I want to have happen. So even though
But you have to have sniper 10 for the rough bump.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I got a horizon for
Yeah.
this one.
Horizon will work. Okay, I'm ready. And a katana is the ball.
Yeah, I'm using my quarterback though, plus 20 on the drive.
Well, and I think before I was doing it with a rock, and I was able
And
to
a
get,
quasar ball.
and I was able to get like out there and stuff. But the deal with the rock is that I was having a problem where I was overhitting it, and I was actually taking myself out of the window.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm just gonna use like half of a right spin and two top spin maybe.
And on my
Doesn't
notes,
need much.
it says it's a mid katana at plus 5 to the cup.
All right.
All right, extra mile katana, mid sniper. Yep.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Go.
Yep.
Oh no, I got Keith right away.
Okay, I'm gonna start going
As
fast.
soon as I got the dots. Yeah, you gotta go.
No, I mean I went when you said go. I just went.
Oh.
Sniper. All right, here we go. Here we go. Walking out on the street. Okay, that red tree, I'm going to be right dead center in the middle of that red tree. I'm going to pull the wind out. I'm going to do plus 10, so that's just slightly over a ring and a half. I am not going to put the wind back in and do a max over power hook. And I really want to clip the rough right here. And I missed it, so I overhit it. And I can recover from there, but I won't have any legitimate shot at picking up I'll have a shot at it, but it'll be a blind shot. If I make it, it'll be pure freaking luck. And the reason it'll be pure luck is because I have to include the word curl in the shot.
Curl.
Yeah, and those shots going into the cup, unless you're using no curl or max curl.
I had a quarterback 8 and I did half of a right spin. I think actually it would have been better if I would have did the opposite.
Now, if I was where my opponent's at, my opponent got in between. They're in a pretty good spot, even though they're in the rough. They've still got a great shot from there.
Oh. Please make a land.
Okay, so it's max club, 3-3. It's about a ring and a half. I'm gonna put a little bit of curl to bring it around the trees and bring it back to the cup. Hitting it perfect. And I had everything right except for the curl. I had the distance right, the whole bit. I left myself plenty of room up there at the top, so if I did shank it or something, I was 5 rings off. And I think I was a good 3 rings off. But see, my opponent can go at it, and with their side spin, if they moved it over to the left a little bit, they could clear that tree. Have a great shot. Did you make it?
No, I was a little bit hot, and I needed my adjustment was short. I didn't. Was that? I managed to get to my long iron, maximum long iron for the rough bump, but with Goliath with a ton of topspin, and it's only what is it, level 7? Level 7, yeah. Not only, but no, I needed to go another ball and a half extra, so probably another 0.2 or 3 rings.
Yeah, and on the drive, I got all of the drive, and I missed the rough.
Okay, here's the hole.
And part of the
I was
deal there
talking
is
about
I may
with
not need a 3
the
side spin.
slice.
Or if I have any, I have some. Unfortunately,
That ball is out. I didn't check and see what the overpower was about, but it's a pretty decent ball. A new one.
oh,
With like a 5 power, 3 spin, 3 wind.
the 5 power 3-3. Well, where's the when they sell those power 5 balls that have the freaking driver assist?
Overpower, yeah.
Well, no, the precision.
Oh, the precision, you're right.
Well, I'm thinking, okay, power 2 balls. This isn't an everyday deal, but like some of the times I clip the rough and some of the times I clear it because I'm right there towards the edge with the extra mile. I probably have. This is why I
Go back
switched.
to a quarterback.
Well, no. I switched to
Then
one
you
of.
don't have to. Sorry, go ahead.
I switched. I was playing it with a QB and a rock, and I like the rock even better because it gave me more of what I got with the extra mile. I could really get up there, but it was tricky. I'm just thinking.
Yeah, but you don't really need to. Is like what I'm doing here with just a quarterback. Like I left myself in long iron range there, and I used a power 1 ball, Quasar, and a quarterback, and then same thing. I aim for not quite the middle of the red bush, but maybe 3/4, I guess, towards favoring the left side of the bush, and then I just did like a half a right spin and 2 top spin.
I'm thinking I'm gonna bring.
Take the wind out at +20, and then slice it, overpower slice, and yeah, it's been working out. I've had a shot pretty much every time on that hole today.
It's about 25% of the time I find myself in a spot where I've got to. You got to do a recovery shot.
But yeah.
But I think I'm going to
There's
start
hard
taking
times,
a different ball. Like I'm taking a katana right now, but I don't always need the three.
Yeah, you don't need it.
I don't need the 3
You
side
don't need
spin.
this power either, though.
I was
If
thinking
you
about.
want to use your sniper for your second shot, if that's what you want, you definitely want to use power 1 ball.
Well, I've been taking my sniper with the katana, and I've been at mid club. So I mean, I still have plenty of. And the thing I like about it
For the
is
rough bump, or just trying to bounce it in?
for the rough bump.
Really?
Yeah, I've been at mid club with my sniper.
What?
Yeah, so if I take.
Yeah, if you hit the rough, yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm clipping the rough and I'm ending up halfway out there. And so I've got to straight up that lane shot doing the rough bump.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I was just thinking.
That's the tougher one, a slice rough bump off the tees.
And the reason that I like that spot is because if I did end up a little short or a little bit long, I'm not in between clubs.
Still in line.
I'm still in line. But I'm thinking maybe I don't need as much side spin on the ball. I don't need a 3 side spin ball, so I could use like a low end. I have the bobble, which is only 1 side spin instead of 3, but it's got 5 wind. And so if I could get out to that area and then take that shot with the sniper going in for that would definitely,
Albatross.
I mean, for the Albie with a low wind ball. That'd be really good. So I think I'm gonna switch that over to a bobble, and I'm gonna try that hook out with the bobble and see if it works.
What, shit. Do you happen to know the difference between Extra Mile 7 and 8 as far as yards? It's only like 2, isn't it?
I don't know that here, hold on, I'll look. Gloves. Driver. Extra Mile. Extra Mile. There's 2 yards difference in yardage between a 7 and an 8. Top spin, it's at 17 more top spin. It's at level 8.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
Well, so I'm gonna upgrade to a Kingmaker for this hole.
All right.
So I'm doing a slice here.
Oh no, this is we've been sitting here talking. The people that are listening to this video are like, "What the f are you guys doing, dude?" Where are we at here?
Don't ask me.
We're at White Cliffs, hole number 6. Number 6. Oh, yeah, I'm ready. I already know what I'm doing.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, hold on. Did you already go?
Back.
Yeah, back.
Yeah. I went back out.
No, I want to make sure, because I have a bag with that driver, but I want to make sure I got all of the rest of the stuff. I'm going to switch up.
Oh, you're online now. It says my screen. This is hopefully going to be Extra Mile and then Endbringer.
It's hopefully going to be Big Topper and Kingfisher. All right, I'm ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, I waited maybe a second. But it's rolling. Come on. Come on.
No, fuck, I got the Master. Not GC Master, but the Master.
The Master.
Fucking GC Master.
I got Janeth. Welcome to the channel. I'll give a shout out to all my female viewers. Try and give everybody a safe spot. No yelling, screaming. Not a lot of cussing. A little.
Just me.
I cuss every now and then. I'm not opposed to cussing. When I'm just out and about, I'm not opposed.
I work at oil and gas refineries as a construction worker, so that's it.
My opponent is in the perfect spot. And my only problem here is that I don't want to overshoot this. And with this kind of wind, it's possible. So I'm going to put on the max side spin I can put on, and then however much top spin I can put on after that. I'm 3 rings off that transitional surface. Let's get where I can see the damn ball. 2.7 rings. There's 1, 2, 7. No overpower, max curl. Boom! Hitting it perfect. El perfecto. Now it's just about making sure that I don't overshoot it.
Did I get to wedge? I think I did. Yeah. I'm gonna record this shot and send it to you.
Did you get into wedge
You're
range?
gonna like it. Pretty sure.
Well, my opponent's in wedge range. And they're just like right in front of me. I think they did pretty much the same shot you're doing.
This shot's so easy to set up.
Did you use a katana?
I used a Kingmaker for this guy because he had level 7.
I got it.
But a katana if I had level 8.
I used a Kingmaker just because on the second shot I want to make sure I'm as deep into my club as possible. I want to be at minimum kingfisher. Let's do the wind
Yeah,
first.
buddy.
3.3, 2.97. And I am at minimum kingfisher divided by 2.2, 1.35 rings.
Oh yeah.
Okay, 1.35 rings. Okay, there's 1.25. There's 1.3. 1.35. That was so far great to the left that I can't even. I think it was at least 2 rings great to
Come
the
on,
left.
baby. You know it.
I was playing some.
Boom.
Yeah, in the hole.
Right off the middle of the pin. Dead nuts. And bring her. Yeah, baby.
I've made a ton of eagles off that. You just have to hit that shot into the cup perfect. I mean, like so many of these holes, if you're especially on these ones that I already know the numbers on. Like I've played this hole a bunch. So have you.
Oh, one other guy's is 700 too. This is a good bracket already. Holy.
I'm tanking
my smallest account gets the toughest bracket.
I should have missed that putt. What was I thinking? No, I'm gonna tank this round so I can qualify tomorrow. And I'm gonna play my odd account. So I can get one more look
All right.
at them.
I gotta use the buzzer.
Hole number 5 is Juniper Point, hole number 3. Juniper Point, hole number 3. All right. I know.
I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. I'm going to use an extra mile and a kingmaker. And I think that the shot going into the cup, I'm not sure. I'm trying to get into my kingfisher range. And where I really want to get is up into this zone up here. I don't know where my red line is yet. Up here so that I'm in my short iron, but I want to be in front of that. Wherever that shot is, I want to take the shot into the cup with my short iron. And so the closer I can get, the better. This is really the impediment. So the 3-side spin ball, I'm going to have, if I want to use my extra mile, I'll net more yardage with my extra mile than I will with my APOC if I'm not doing any overpower and trying to do some hero shot. I want to try and end up in a fairly consistent area up here. And I'm bringing out the power 3 ball. You don't have to bring out a power 3 ball in order to get pretty close to that area. But if you're short of that area and you don't have a power 3 ball, then you're more than likely not in your short iron range. So I'm trying to help myself. So I'm going to bring my number 1 bag. And it really screams to use the APOC, especially if I was doing overpower. Because of the curl, you can really wrap it around there, but the extra mile should be fine. And a kingmaker.
All right, I'm back.
Don't threaten me.
I'm using a Titan.
The king of balls. That's right. You heard it here on the channel.
What are you doing here? Are you trying to go around or?
Yeah, I'm going around it. Shit, I'm not going through those trees. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
I play real golf, dude. You don't go through the trees. You don't go through the trees unless you're already in the trees trying to hit out of the trees.
I go through the trees and then should be about a mid Goliath with 4 backspin and plus 10 mid.
I'm trying to get all the way in the front in my short iron.
Short iron, yeah. You can make it the short iron for sure.
I'm trying to get up into that range. That's where I'm going. That's where I'm going for. All right, I'm ready.
Right, 3, 2, 1, go. And go.
I went right before you said that. Oh, Hook and Slice. The Hook and Slice clan. That is not Cinco de Doner. All right, I do
I
plus
got
10 to the cup.
nice and stoned. Welcome to the club.
Those trees are so much different around that sand trap than they used to be. Because it used to be a wall. It changed the tip. They pruned that tree that's out there on the
way
tip.
up there. 383. Good one.
Yeah. My opponent got, what did your guy get? 383?
Yeah.
Mine's at 379, so they're about the same spot.
I'm gonna need a little bit over. Push the rings is easier.
Okay, I'm gonna do I'm gonna do a 1.5 ring pull. And a little.
Perfect. Oh yeah, good view.
And I hit it like 1 ring on the inside. If I can make it past this, I'm in the clear. I'm good to go.
358. That might be maximum long iron here.
And I'm about 15 yards short of where I'd really like to be. I'm at 386.
Yeah, this guy's got
I think I need to be at 400.
tons of room with his Hornet.
And my opponent's in short iron. And he's got a Quasar, so I'm definitely in short iron. And they're at max short iron. Kingfisher.
With the Quasar, right?
1.1, 1.6. Yeah, he's in a good spot. He got up there really nice. Now, are you doing an addition on this one?
Plus 10.
Plus 10. I could have swore we were doing plus 10. 1.1 times whatever the wind is. Wherever I'm at in my Kingfisher.
Lucky.
Isn't it perfect? See if you can get it in. Has it got the graphic? Just a bit outside. Got pushed off. About 10%. That Kevin and I are talking about. So I'm going to do 1.1 times the wind. Where the hell am I at in my club? I'm right at max. So it's 2.8 equals divided by 1.1. 2.8 rings. Get off to the side so I can see. I don't know if they redesigned this green or not, but this green used to be one of those ones that if you ended up on the edge, you had it was a long ways to the cup. You couldn't make the putt. Okay, there's 2, 5, 7, 5, 2, 8.
Come on, baby.
Hitting it perfect. Come on, get in the hole. Get in. That's the graphic. Woo! Albatross.
Yeah. Double albatross.
We had this hole in a community cup a couple years ago, and I albied this hole both times in the weekend round. That was the week that I shot the 35 and then backed it up with a 33.
Man, see, that's why when they announced the 5th anniversary was going to be 9-hole, I was kind of like, well, what? That's kind of lame, isn't it? Because normally, like, that's the fucking give or hell tournament, right? Tournament, you go out there and you just, like, just kill it all the time. Or no, wait, that's a community cup, sorry.
Yeah, that's a community cup, but that's kind of how this one is.
But I mean, for a 5th anniversary, you make it a 9-hole? I don't know. Whatever. I guess the major's next anyway.
Okay, I'm using a navigator, and I'm 100% sure we were doing some kind of plus number here on this par 3. I'm doing the rough bump.
20. I don't know if I can
And is it?
do that.
It's got to be
I might
in.
have to use a power 2 ball.
And that's the deal. I
This
may not
one.
be able to use a nav. I may have to use a katana or something, right?
No, you should be fine.
I'm not even gonna write anything down yet.
It's a
I'm just gonna-
headwind, but I only got sniper 7, so I'm short like
I might use a katana on this only
6 or
because
7 yards.
I have some of those power 2 low wind balls I can replace it with, and if we have a headwind, I can push up
And I've
against
got a
it.
horizon, which is 1. Fuck it, I'm doing it. I'm using horizon. Horizon navigator. Plus 20 max.
Well, that'll give you good top spin.
Well, you don't need it though. Actually, you have to backspin it a little bit
Ah.
if you're gonna do the rough bump.
All right, I'm ready.
This could be
I have no idea what I'm
complete
using or what
disaster.
ball I'm gonna pick, but I've got something.
So. Put your sniper and put your yellow ring in the rough before the green,
Yeah.
and then you might need like one backspin or so, maybe 2. You definitely want to be through the hole because it's a headwind, and then you do plus 20 at max.
At max, even though you're not at max.
Once you pull the wind out, you will be. If you're not, you will be. I had to use the last time I played it. I had to use a bit of overpower because my sniper was.
Well, I'm going to bring a katana so that I can push my red line forward a little bit and give me a little more breathing room. And if I need to, I'm going to up that to a Kingmaker.
How much?
Because a katana will give you what, like 1 or 2 more rings?
I'm wondering because I only have sniper 7 on this one. It's 166 max. Oh, whatever. I'll figure it out. I'm gonna keep the sniper though. I'll start with katana as well.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, come on, man. Come on, dude. Come on. Cinco de Dunner. Come on, let's go. I don't have anybody yet, and he's out there. He's looking too. Come on. Cinco de Dunner. How hard is that?
Here it comes.
Cinco de Dunner.
Yeah.
Boom.
I backed out, went back in.
Good job. Good call. All right, we get to see what Dunner's going to do here. That katana does give
2,
you...
4. That's not a bad win though. This will work. I wonder.
Well, if you're going to add on 20%, it's going to be really close against the red line. You might... I would bring out a Kingmaker.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Being real quiet for him. Look at that. I was being quiet for him. I should have kept on talking. I would have distracted him. Great to the right.
Perfect would have
Great
been
to the
damn
left.
close, if not in.
Well, we're going to find out right now.
Plus 20 was a good number, I think.
Let's do the win first. 1.2 times 2.3 equals 2.76, and I am at
2.7.
max 2.76, so 2.77, 2.8 rings.
Yep, get it through the hole, yeah.
Okay, it's 2.8 rings. And that track right there. There's 2, 8. calibrate on the other side. So if it goes right on the other side, about the same
It's
distance
landing
you were,
where
I
you want
think
it to.
I think the plus 20 is probably pretty close. You might be just a little teeny bit further away. No, I think we were about the same
Damn.
distance. I think we were about the same exact distance off.
It would have been nice to see one perfect there.
And I think the perfect is
I'm
right
pretty-
down the
that's-
center.
That's gonna go in. That shot's gonna go in. I already made it once.
And the Katana does work against that low a wind, but if it was, that would be one of those holes right there to bring out one of those power 2 low wind balls.
Yeah, the weekend katana. Or my favorite, since you don't need any side spin, the Aurora bow. I love that one.
All right, so what do we got here? Southern
here's another one.
Pines, hole number
Here's an
7.
eagle.
Hole number 7. All right, this is the hole right here that I was trying. It seems to me that when this is the wrong configuration of it right here. This hole has been redesigned, and it seems to me that this hole, there was a max overpower hook shot to end up down there, but I'm going to just do the straightforward shot because I don't want to dick around with having to figure out the max overpower. So, like, what way's the wind blowing? We got in tailwind. Can you do it with a power 3 ball and tailwind, or you need to bring out a power 5 ball no matter
Oh yeah,
what?
no, power 3 easy. You don't need it. You don't even need overpower.
Right.
Just take the wind out and push it back in, and you'll clear everything, and you'll end up on the fairway between the bunkers on your first bounce.
I'm gonna bring it Titan. I'm gonna bring it the King.
Of course, you don't want to take. Yeah, you want to use the wind with you, so tightens the ball. Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Make sure it's up here.
Number 1 bag, extra mile. APOC.
And then it should be, depending, you've got extra mile, or how, depending, you'd probably be a minimum long iron on your second shot. I'll most likely be mid to 75% or so.
I'm gonna get a bounce off the rocks and end up in the hole and hole in one it. I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
Come on. Come on. Cinco de Dana. Cinco. I got Rob right away. Rob,
Oh, shit,
1234. Omaha. Omaha. What are we getting?
Seaway.
Extra mile. See what ball I have to up this to. It just doesn't seem to me. Can you get over there with a power 3 ball? Does my opponent have a power 3?
Oh, yeah.
They got a power 4.
Totally can. You don't even need overpowered. You got tailwind.
Yeah, but if we have a headwind, we'd probably have to up it, or we'd have to do overpower, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. My opponent's bringing a low wind ball, so they're having to struggle on the drive. But once they get out there, if they can stay in the clear, they're in the catbird seat. Especially if they can get to the spot they want out there. And they're in pretty clear unless they overhit it. They're in the good. Excellent. That will work. That works. That dog will hunt right there.
380 something. Come on. 395. You should be able to blast it like 400 plus and get in the short eye range even maybe.
If I overpowered it. Is that what you're saying?
Put the wind back in and all that top spin. A little, not even much though.
Getting it perfect. I put just a little teeny bit of left-hand curl and a little teeny bit of overpower on it, not enough to make the needle go any faster. Just popped it out there, put all the wind back in it, and I'm at 416. My opponent's in front of me though.
Go plus 10 again. 75%.
And what are you doing to the shot to the cup? Are you adding anything?
More backspin.
Huh?
Plus 10.
Plus 10. Let me make a note here. Plus 10 to the cup. Plus 10. That's the number we're starting off with, is plus 10. Wherever I'm at in my club. There's Max.
Oh.
There's man.
I rushed myself.
That mid grizzly.
Time.
Mid grizzly's 1-1 per ring.
Yeah, whatever club you're at. I put that at 75%. And hit great. Way great today.
2.8. It's 2.8 rings. 2.8 rings. There's 2.5. There's 2.75. 2.8. Let's hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. I think that's 2 in a row. Jeez, 2 holes in a row. I hit it perfect. And I didn't make the. Ooh, and I didn't make that one. I didn't pull it quite enough. And the deal was I was at mid club, and if I add on 10%, it works out. It's still just 2.8. So I just moved it to 2.8. But if I would have played it at max club, even though I was at mid and added on the 10%, then I would have moved at 3.8 or 3.1. And I think that extra 0.3, I would have been in the hole. So I almost think I should play that at max club, even though I'm at mid, with the 10%.
Okay, fuck this hole. Actually, fuck the next 2 holes.
That is grizzly. And I'm going to make some notes here. That's how I'm going to play that hole, just because I'm having to figure that out, so I'm going to play it at max. Max. 1 per. Plus 10 to cup. All right. All right. And I brought a Titan to that party. Hole number 8. Hole number 8 is White Cliffs. Hole number 4. This hole blows.
Sucks, dick.
So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go out here and have some fun. It's a wood, right?
If you want to go to the green, yeah.
I'm thinking about bringing my.
You can use a long iron on the island before it, but you have to bounce over the water. Yada yada.
I'm thinking about bringing my Guardian and just trying to backspin into the cup.
Mhm. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna backspin it because I don't have. My Guardian is level 5.
Well, it's got
Backspin's
backspin.
at 82 still. 82, it doesn't really come back though. It'll stop it up really quick.
I'm just gonna have some fun on this.
Actually,
I think
you know what? I'm
the
gonna
only
play
way
this.
that you can really go for hole in one is to bounce
Plus
it over.
50. Fuck it. Okay, plus 40. No, plus 50. I don't care.
I probably don't need anything bigger than a quasar.
Quasar, no, for the side spin, yeah.
And what are we doing for a wind adjustment on this hole?
I'm going to do plus 50.
You're gonna do plus 50? All right.
Yeah. I was doing 30 all day, and it still didn't seem like enough. So
All right, we'll try it. We'll try it. Let's see if we can
add a
get hooked up,
maximum
because then
number
if
two.
you, whichever goes first, I'll do the plus 50 or you do the plus 50, and then if that doesn't work, then we can maybe change it to 40 or 60. That's why we really need to get matched up right here. I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Got somebody already.
It's the first time I got a guy right away. Right.
Rad Ruben. Hopefully I go second and you go first. Power 4 ball, 4 side spin, 2 win. And look where the second bounce is at the sand. I'm not concerned about the first bounce. It's in the middle of the damn fairway. But look at where his second bounce is. And working that wind out. Any error whatsoever. Error in the wind adjustment, which I don't have any faith in because they eyeballed it. And error with a grate to the right. They are sunk. Even the perfect right there is scary. Right there. Right on track. And I mean, if that's the angle you have to be at and how close that second bounce has to be in order to get that hole in one, I'm not interested. This guy was way close on his second bounce. I don't even think he was looking at his second bounce. Max backspin. I'm not sure if if it can pick up enough speed on this hill to get back to the cup. 2.6, I'm at max club, plus 50, so 2.6, 1.3, that'd be 394. It's 1.1 per ring.
All right. 50 was too much, maybe. Depends where you aim, though, too.
Oh, and I hit at 7,000 rings straight to the right. Well, there isn't going to be any suckback, even if I hit the rough and I got caught up in the rough and it didn't engage. But I don't think that green looks so damn flat. It looks like from the top of the hill that there's a little teeny bit of a backboard, but when you're on the green looking at how flat it is, I think unless I was going for a dunk.
I mean, you gotta like.
And I was so far away. I don't
really
think.
Want to go for it. You've gotta be able to backspin and side spin it, and then aim close to that bunker. Holy shit! I'm at 13 already. I'm in 6th place in this bracket. I won a bracket earlier with 13.
Yeah, but they probably already finished.
This is my smallest account too. It's funny. It always gets the hardest brackets.
I need to make sure. I need to start missing some putts. I don't know what I was thinking. I need to make sure I don't qualify today. So I need to go out there, and if I need to, like, tank a shot or
I'm gonna
forfeit,
cheat on this hole.
do something.
Berserker.
Yeah, so it's at minus 10, so minus 11 makes it. So I do not want to qualify today. So unless I'll end up qualifying today. I'll hit the hole in one or some shit will happen. I still got to go for it.
No, you're not gonna drop anything here.
But I there's several that I could have missed. Are we on?
It's
Oh,
easy
we're
to
on
drop.
hole. We're on
You
hole
can
number.
definitely bogey this hole.
So I got to make sure that I don't shoot an 11. So I can't pick up anything.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
This hole won't let you.
Well, I mean, I could go for the eagle and pick up 2, but I got to make sure I don't pick up anything.
Yeah. Well, just if you take your second shot, you end up where you want to be.
And so
Then
this is
either
the hole
just
we're talking about here. This is
don't take
White
the shot.
Cliffs hole number 5. This hole right here is a bitch hole. And a big ball helps out on the second shot. Like a big ball can
Yeah,
kind of
I'm
help
using
you
a
on the first
Berserker
shot, but a big
because
ball really helps you on the second shot.
this account has a lot of
So I'm using a Zerk. And I'm using my
big dog or cataclysm.
I'm using
probably,
I'm using my big topper.
for your
Yeah.
second shot.
Yeah, for the second shot I'm using my cataclysm.
You don't even, yeah. See, I don't know.
I
I
saw
don't
somebody.
think you need to get as far. The tee shot isn't about going as far down the fairway as you possibly can, as it is about trying to stay to the right and putting yourself on the right line for your second shot, so you don't have to curl it.
Yep. I hope we get matched up because I believe exactly what you just said, that they're like you can overhit the drive, but what I'm trying to do is overhit it. I'm trying to get into the area that I think is bad because I want to see what that looks like.
Yeah, because you're not going to qualify anyway.
Right. Okay, I'm ready.
So do you want to go? Go. Oh, damn it. It's weird. I can tell when you hit the button to play because it shows 77 is online. So it almost worked better when we were going at the same time, I noticed.
Okay.
And then we didn't get matched up right away. I backed out, went right back in, and that worked too.
All right, this hole is
So
tough.
I've got one account at least for tomorrow. My main account. I do have one more account. I'll have to see. I'll have to try and log in after this and see. I remember how to log into it. It's like super baby. Well, not super. I don't know. I think I got like extra mile 4 or something. Don't know if I have a sniper or not. Yeah, it's pretty fun. I want a goal with it though. So that was cool.
Hitting it perfect. See if I put too much topspin on it and end up rolling out the front. I was going against that headwind, so I left just a little too far. So it's like 5.5 topspin. You don't have to put all of the topspin on it. It's a tough recovery shot from down in this area, but I'm going to actually hit it. I'm not interested in recovering from down in that area. What I want to do is I'm going to hit it back onto the fairway so I can see what my second shot would have been like if I hadn't overdrove it. And then I really have to make sure I tank this.
Well, once you shoot back, just to make sure that before he punts in, you forfeit. Let him get on the green or whatever, and then once he's on the green, just forfeit.
And there's no guarantee that my opponent's not going to struggle here. They're already struggling, but they're doing more of what Dunner and I are talking about, where they're trying to short shoot it. They're not trying to get all the way down in the chute. There's a spot where your shot to the green, even though you might be technically a little bit farther away, your shot to the green is straighter. My opponent, my opponent's in a perfect spot. They're at 323.
This guy had a cataclysm. Yeah, he's rolling right up in the front. Perfect, easy little chip.
Yeah, I think that where my opponent's at.
And you can go long too. Don't be afraid to go long because there's a Mick Jagger's lip at the back of the green. So You can, it'll save you.
Was that there before? It did.
I don't fucking know.
I don't remember there being a big backboard on this. It seemed like it rolled off the backside because I've actually ended up overshooting this. And this is the first time I've noticed the backboard. Now, my opponent has a big hitting wood, but the problem with a Guardian is it has shit for topspin. And it was not the club to bring here. And we would have been better off with a big dog or a Cataclysm, even lower developed than his Guardian. But because they're lower level clubs, they should have been more developed. All right, so I'm farther forward. My opponent was able to come in at it where they came in on this trajectory, so it's wide open. So now I've got to put on a bunch of spin,
No! Oh,
bring it back.
holy shit. That was amazing. I am tapping in for eagle here.
You were tapping in for eagle. I'm at 1.7 per ring, so 2 rings would be 3, 4. Put some curl on it to bring it back. Hit it 1 ring great on the left, which brings it back even more. Way too hot. But there is a little bit of a backboard, so that's perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for right there. Pretty easy.
Yeah, you don't even have to worry about, like, you can roll off, go in there hot and roll off the back, and it'll stop you before you go into the rough. I saw someone do that earlier today.
Now I got to be a non-D-bag player and let my opponent go, so I'm risking it.
Look at that. I'm tied for first with 15. It's my smallest account. 15, 15, 14, 14, 13, 13.
Yeah, I think like hole number
12,
1
12,
is
12.
hole number 1's not a gimme, but you got to get hole number 1. And
If there's any of gimmies, I think hole number 1 is the one. Like, it's the hole that you have to get. And probably people will say, well, there's other ones. I mean, almost every hole, like you said, except for the last 2.
the last 2, I'm never gonna. I mean, I think the way to be
I haven't
aggressive.
dropped number 2 today, but I've dropped every other hole today. Okay, so
I think that Winter Cliffs, the last 2
I
holes,
missed
that par
2,
3,
7 or 2, 8, 9. The only ones I haven't got yet.
well, hole number 1 is
So
definitely
6 out of
the
9
one.
holes,
Hole number 6
and I've
or
done it more than once.
hole number 4, that par 4, that's super makeable.
Oh yeah, I expect that one. That's like my number 2 hole. I'm gonna send you my shots on that hole from this account.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have
With
6.
the extra mile 7, and Edinburgh 2 for eagle.
We have 6 solid opportunities to pick something up. We have 2 holes that are kind of sucky, and then we have 1 hole where we have to pick it up, and that's hole number 1. We have to pick up hole number 1. I mean, that's just the deal.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, well, and my deal is I've been
There's
on the
definitely
green
musts, right?
twice
So
and
it's
missed putts.
either number 1, number 4. It's number 5 for the albatross, which is even better. Like you should, if you can make your drive on number 5, it's an easy shot. I mean, it's not difficult to make albatross on 5. I've made 3 today out of 5 tries,
You're saying the Albie on hole number 5.
and I'm not very good. Yeah.
Yeah, no, hole number 5, that Juniper Point par 5 is, I will tell you, that hole's been in the Community Cup. So, I mean, there's no hole that's ever been in a Community Cup that isn't makeable. And that hole's been in a Community Cup, so it's super makeable. And I have made that hole, I mean, that is a hole that, like, I love that hole. I make Albies on that hole all the time. So even before they made the changes up there in the front, I've always liked that hole. Yeah, I think we got a lot of great opportunities here. All right. That was that was a practice round for both Kevin and I. Now, well, he's already 5 accounts into it. That's my first practice round. So, thanks for watching. Stay safe.